welcome to In Hindsight, where we showcase local New Mexico. We also debate on hot topics and Are You the A-hole? I'm your host, Day, and today we are joined by
Dina Lahoff, a background actor.
Jesus Joe Lopez, also a background actor.
And like always, this is Rito and Octo. And today, we have somebody else's. You guys know who this is. And we actually have another business that we're going to showcase today. It's actually rail yard markets. I'm not quite sure if anybody has ever been to the rail yards market. There's actually a couple of different ones. There's like the salt yard. I haven't been to the salt yard, but like I've been to the rail yards finally. It's only open on Sundays, I believe. It's humongous. It's like two big warehouses. They have food trucks. They have different little tables and stalls.
I've seen that in photos. They have different stands, like lemonades.
They have pastries.
Yeah. Oh, there you
they
go.
have
Okay,
artwork.
okay, yes.
They have vegetables, fruits, jams. They have I bought this like really really big beautiful artwork, with it's just like beautiful colors. I can't wait to hang it in my house. She was having a sale. It was like 50% off. And then I bought this three different little cute, almost like retro-ish. Like one is Pac-Man and then one is like Mario. Because we're going to have like a little game room for my husband.
Oh, nice.
So they're all like in canvas. Like I'm obsessed with canvas right now. We bought like a couple of vegetables, like some eggplant, because like we're growing our garden too, but like I love like buying like local, like some local vegetable stuff because I feel like they're more ripe because like they actually been harvested that day.
They taste better when you kind of grow yourself too.
It really is. It really is. And then I would have taken more picture, but I was so busy eating a chocolate churro at the time.
Nice chocolate
Oh,
churro.
okay.
So yeah, they have a good amount of like food trucks outside. It was really nice. It was like they had like a little cute little picture area. They have like different ones. They had like a little Don King Kong thing that I took a picture of. For some reason, like that day, I was in my 90s outfit.
Okay.
So I had like my little bucket hat with this pink. It was the 90s. It was the 2000s cartoon. The Powerpuff Girls.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes.
So I was like, so it was like on theme. So, but like, yeah, it was like they had like a churros truck with like different toppings, and I told my husband like, I'm getting a churros.
Right.
Yeah, but they had like so many food trucks. They have like a couple of pastries. My husband got like some pastries. They have like those like the freeze-dried candy that's like so big right now. I got a couple of those. Like I said, like some vegetables, some artwork. I don't even think we saw like everything.
It looks like they have a lot in those warehouses. They pack quite a bit of people in there, don't they?
They had a lot. And they're only open on Sundays. So I think we're going to try to go on Sunday because my in-laws are here. So we're thinking of like bringing them because I think those are fairly
I
cool.
like
So
that.
it's like every Sunday?
It's every Sunday.
Oh, I'm going to go.
Yeah.
I've been in there, but I've never been in there when they've had something going on like that. So I'm really curious how awesome that's going to be.
Yeah, it's like so cute. And the fact that they have, every time there's food, like bring
The food, huh? Brings everybody together.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, so it's like I always love it when there's like food because I'm just like, I get to walk around, buy stuff, and then like, of course my husband's like, don't look there. Don't go there. He's like,
Let's blind
don't
this out.
like, yeah, you're not allowed to go there. Like, don't even look at that area. So it's like they have like so many things because like they have like even like vintage stuff, like people are selling vintage stuff. So there's like, honestly, if you're like, it doesn't matter what you're into, and like chili stuff because like right now it's like chili season. People are selling. It's like if like chili is a personality, you move to New Mexico.
Right.
To make the best chili, yes.
Yeah, so
Yes.
it's like, do you want chili and pastry? They have it. Do you want chili and jam? They have it.
Yeah.
They have
do
chili
here.
and food. They have it. They literally have chili on anything. Like I said, so like they have chili in like a stuffed toy. They had it like they're like those little chili.
Oh yeah, they do.
Chili stuffed
Oh,
toys.
that's
I've seen
cute.
those too.
They had it. They literally have everything chili.
Green chili is iconic here.
Yeah.
I went to New York once and they had a New Mexico green chili
That's really
restaurant.
good.
And I was like,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So no, it's just like they had, and it was like humongous. It's like two. I didn't realize how big it was. It was like two different separate buildings. Because I told my husband, I was like, wait, did we already go here? And he was like, no, they're just two different buildings.
Right.
It's like humongous, and it's like you can walk from like one side to another on the two buildings, and then outside you can also walk, and they have like different things also, and like so many different stalls, so many different food trucks, and I think like they also rotate, like businesses rotates different people, like, and it's like the parking is free.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, and they
And
o-
then the
Better.
prices are good.
I mean, it is a little bit
You know, like
more,
for families.
Yeah, I think so. Like, I mean, I think like it is a little bit more. I think people just expect like cheap stuff. You're never gonna get cheap stuff. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean?
Right.
Because I feel like also like people are selling handmade stuff, and like people that are grown into their own farms. And to me, it's just like I will always pay more for people that made with their own hands and they make their own, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Because I feel like it's made with love. I'm a
Yeah.
sucker for that. You know? It's made with love.
Oh
Yeah,
my
craft-
gosh, I
you
say
know.
that all the time.
It's handmade, you know.
Yeah.
It's
There's got to be
handmade.
some kind of tenderness that goes into crafting because you kind of put a part of you into it, I want to say. Kind of like a piece of art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because people is just like, cause like I bought like, cause like I said, it's like I bought like a gigantic canvas, like it's like this big and it's this wide, and she was selling it for like half off, and I think I bought it for like $175. But I told my husband, I was like, that's a really good deal.
It is.
Because like people would just be like, well, I can make it myself. Well, make it yourself.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? Like make it yourself then. You know, first of all, to buy the materials, to buy a canvas, because
Yeah.
it's like even if you go to
Right.
Michael's to buy a canvas, it would at least cost you at least for that big of a canvas at least $50. You have to buy the paint.
Right.
Like paint is not cheap.
Nope.
And it's like it was like so many colors. It was like an explosion of colors. I wish I have a picture of it. I wish I brought it with me. It was just so beautiful. It was like this big sun of like flowers. It was like a flower like garden.
Just bright.
Yeah, and I mean you can tell it was like it was hours of work. It was hours of work. You know what I mean? And I'm like, how do you even put an hourly work of that? You know what I mean? And also like I would not work hourly for that. I was so much because my friends are always like you're crafty, but I'm like, but is it gonna take more than 3 hours? Because if it's gonna take more than 3 hours, that project will be abandoned.
Maybe throw it on the shelf.
You know why you see those crafts? Because those crafts were 3 hours or less. If that craft was 3 hours or more, it was abandoned. you don't see those crafts
So abort
because they
mission.
were abandoned. Okay, so that's one of those things where like people, yeah, I'm like, yeah, you can get it in Temu, but like you know, those people like that's the thing. It's just like when you buy handcraft stuff, like those kind of paintings, like people put their skills, and like I said, it's like I don't care. Like people put their love, like you know, they like bought this jar, like this little jelly, this little handmade jelly, you know, like it's just like or like this little eggplant that they water themselves in their garden. You know, I don't care if I'm paying like $5 for this little tomato. Okay.
I used to make these little, I had them on little wires for flowers, and it was just little tiny ladybugs, and I'd cut the wood bead exactly in half, and I'd put little thread legs and whatever, and people wanted them, and they paid good money for them for a long time. It was great.
Yeah.
I painted them and everything, so I understand what you're saying. It's
Yeah.
and then it's hard to give away.
Yeah.
You know, if you make it, you feel like it's worth a lot.
Yeah. And it's also like, it's one of those things where like, I understand if people always do that thing that's just like, well, I can buy it cheaper. I'm like, yeah, but you don't understand. It's like, yeah, you can get this in Temu for like $5. How much is that person that got paid for this to only just be $5? Think about it.
Right.
How
10
like
cents.
you know what I mean? Like that means they barely made 10% of whatever this is. The material, you know what I mean? Like what is their labor? Like I'm not saying that I'm not guilty. I'm also guilty because I buy stuff from Amazon, okay? I am not like don't get me wrong. I'm guilty. I want to quit Amazon. I've been trying to quit Amazon for years, and I still can't because of their 2-day shipping. They really need to stop it.
Yep.
But you know what I mean? But like some
That
things,
seals the deal there.
some things that's like I do try to like, you know, pay people like my logo and my music, like that kind of thing. It's like I do, like I know I can get it cheaper or like figure out some things. If I can like pay people or friends, or like I try to commission it myself, of course I would. And that's why like
Yeah.
when I go to like the regular markets, because people are just like, well, is it cheap? And I'm like, yeah, but also like, would you really trust buying that jar of jelly if it was like $2 anyways? Like, do they have a food handler certification?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, at the end of the day, it's sus.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
like, there's also like, do you trust them? You know, like, there's also some people you don't want to buy that jelly to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's a reason why you're not buying jelly from them.
Definitely.
You know, like, where did you get this carrot? Like, where does this carrot came from? You know, like, to me, it's just like, those people, like, to me, it's just like those people that always ask, like, it's too expensive. Like, well, don't buy it then.
Those ingredients better look good. I mean, if it's just $2, what is in it?
Yeah,
Ugh.
exactly.
I would no.
Yeah. Because,
Yeah.
like, it's
It
like.
can't be that good.
Yeah. It's always just like, I always tell people, it's just like, your value is your value. Like, I always tell people, it's just like, walk like you are airport water bottle. That's your value. Okay? Because the airport water bottle, you know what I mean?
Like $8?
Doesn't, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it shouldn't be that expensive.
No.
No amount of water bottle should ever be that expensive. And
No.
yet, it somehow, that's the value it has.
Yeah.
Right? And somehow, we still buy it. Right? Because we're stuck in the airport.
Yeah.
That's how you should walk in your life. Like, that is your value. Walk like you are airport water bottle.
I like that.
You know, and if people don't feel like you are, then you know what? That's them. That's not on you.
Right.
Like, that's what I always tell people. Don't let other people tell you what you're worth or your value, because those people, obviously, it's not your market anyway, baby. Like,
Yeah.
find your own market. So, but like, no, I like, Radar is like so cute, because like, it is, I think like also go like a little bit earlier, because like as it later, it like, I think we got in a little bit later, so we had to find like we had to park a little bit outside, but we still found parking. I mean, it's not like close, you know, I'm a little bit lazy. So, like, my husband had to
We can't
truck-
have it all. We got to
Yeah.
do some legwork sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, like, I'm a little bit spoiled. My husband just drops me off, you know, and I meet him there. I mean, he meets me there. So, I am spoiled. My sister tells me this. So, my husband drops me off and picks me up. So, but the fact that it's free parking, I mean, it's getting harder and harder to find events to, like, get free parking now.
Yeah.
You know? That, like, most of the time, and I'm like, when I go to events, I'm like, is it free parking? If it's not free parking, I'm not going. You know?
Because
Like-
it gets hard to find parking with the big events like the one they're going to have here. They already
'Cause,
blocked about
well,
3 streets.
Because I also feel like sometimes when you go to events, they like hike up the prices for parking. You know, like
Yes,
I was
they
just
do.
like, you know what I mean? Like I was just like, I was here Wednesday. You
Right.
know, it wasn't $5 per hour. It was like $1. You know what I mean? Like, how dare them?
Yeah.
I was here Wednesday. How dare them jack up the prices? You know, it's like one of those things where like, it's just like they're just trying to trying to dollar up whatever
Oh,
they
yeah.
can on you. And I'm just like, so you want me to be here, and then you're charging me to be here? Like, audacity.
Right.
It's like our utilities, electricity goes up in the summer.
I know. It's like,
Yeah.
that's why we have solar now.
Oh, yeah. That's
So
a good
I'm
idea.
like,
Solar is very nice. Solar is very nice.
yeah.
And you have the same price every month.
Nice.
Yeah.
That is nice.
Yeah. So, and that's why like
I agree with you.
That's why I like those kind of things where like, and because like you go to the rails market, it's free parking. If you don't buy anything, it's a free event and it's exercise.
Yeah.
You don't gotta buy something, you know. I mean, it's hard for me. I always buy something. My husband, however, doesn't buy things. I always just like, but I want to buy something. It's cute.
The
It's
pouty lip.
tasty. You know.
That's how they get us.
Yeah. So this is like so. Oh, and since this is our Halloween episode, talking about hot topics, we're gonna talk about your. This is gonna be hard. Your top 5 Halloween movies. Top 5.
Top 5. That
Top
is hard.
5.
Okay. Hotel Transylvania. Coco. Nightmare Before Christmas. I'm trying to think. Oh, Charlie Brown. You know,
Oh,
the Great Pumpkin.
The Great Pumpkin.
And then, what was the last one? Oh, so hard. I don't know. I don't have a last one, I guess. Wait, The Addams Family. Yeah, because our whole family, for Halloween, we're that house. We're that house. We do the whole haunted house. We do the yard that's alive, and you know, people are dying inside. It's great.
I wanted to live here. So.
I think I got stuck in the 80s and early 90s. I like
Okay.
the Friday the 13th series and
Okay.
the Nightmare on Elm Streets, the Halloweens.
Okay, so yeah, so now I want to hear your, because that's the thing. It's just like I didn't grow up here, so
Yeah.
like I moved here when I was 15. So I want to like know your top 5.
My top 5 will be probably the second Friday the 13th because that's where Jason comes out.
Okay.
The first Halloween was actually
More focus on the mom.
yeah,
really,
the,
because it's the camp,
first Friday
right?
the 13th was more focused
It's
on the
the
mom.
camp, yeah.
which was kind of interesting. It kind of set into motion who was going to be Jason.
Yeah.
So I thought that was cool of the second part, the sequel. That was actually a sequel that really wasn't a sequel because it's like it told one story in the first one, and then the second one was all about Jason
Yeah.
and his revenge for his mom. It's kind of funny. It's ironic because she wants revenge for her son in the first one, and then the son wants revenge for her. So I thought
Yeah.
that was pretty cool. And the whole Michael Myers saga, I thought it was interesting until they got way into the further ones, and they got like way up there, 5,
Yeah.
6, 7. But I think the originals kind of stay true to the story that they try to portray. And then Rob Zombie redid them, and I liked his version of them. They're a little more gory,
Yeah.
but he got more into the story as to where the original one from the 78, 79 was kind of vague with the whole story. It's just like following Michael Myers and stuff around.
And you have 5.
All right, so that's 2.
Okay.
And I'm a sucker for the Addams Family too because my daughter loves Wednesday. So yeah, so Addams Family, I like those. We have all the Addams Family.
I feel like Adam's Family is definitely,
A favorite.
I think like it's one of those definitely it kind of transcends generations because they had the black and white ones.
Yes.
Right, with the TV series.
Yes.
And then we have the Addams Family family values.
Right.
Yes.
The movies. And then now we have the Netflix Wednesday kind of
Oh, which I
going
love.
through. Yeah, which
Yes.
is awesome because it's more like the Nancy Drew Wednesday kind of. It's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
even Addams Family. It's more kind of like I said, it's more like the Nancy Drew kind of more focused on Wednesday.
Yes.
So I like the fact that they actually have like the Addams Family kind of like transcend. So you have Addams Family.
And then I'm not always with the gory stuff. So there's a movie that Adam Sandler released recently called Hubby Halloween, I believe it's called. Something.
Yeah, that's one in Netflix, right?
Yeah, on Netflix.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
one
yeah.
was cool. I like that one. That
Yeah.
one was cool. And then for a 5th one, wow. I don't know. I'm kind of stuck on that one.
We can come back to it.
Different.
We'll come
We
back
can
to
come
it.
back to it. I think to me, in like no particular order of like what number it is. I think like the Addams Family. This is the thing I think of. All 3 of us. I think the Addams Family. The thing that really, the one that's like really, to me is like definitely comes up. That's like my favorite is the one where they were in camp with the Native American because it's just
Yes.
so
Oh,
over the
yes.
top, with the Thanksgiving kind of
Yes.
like play. It's just like so over the top. It's just like so funny. And I'm not saying that like the one with Fester is not good with Debbie because Debbie is like such a good villain.
Yeah.
Yes.
Festy, I mean, she like, I think that's why like the family values movie was so good. And the baby,
Yeah.
the
Right.
blonde baby and the twin babies is so good. But I think the fact that like the camp is like so over the top, like that was definitely really good. So like the Addams Family is definitely, The Shining
Oh yes, definitely.
is definitely like it's a core memory for me because like I said, it's like I did not grow up here. I moved to the States when I was 15. But like I grew up with American movies and culture because like my dad's side of the family was obsessed with American culture. So we stay up because there's actually a time difference. So I used to stay up till 2 in the morning watching MTV, like watching like Beavis and Butthead and like X Files and Frasier and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So my mother decided at like freaking 3 in the morning we were gonna watch The Shining because she had no idea what was the movie was about, and it was like Halloween time because it was Halloween. So she was like, well, "What is this movie about? Let's watch it as a family." At 3 in the morning.
2 a.m.
3 in the morning is scary
It's
already.
scary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was already
It's
scary
already
already. And like, I have no idea what this movie was about. I think I was like 11 or 12 at the
yeah.
time. So like that was like a very good movie that I was watching. Carrie was also a movie that like because it was like not, I didn't grow up with it. I just knew about it growing up in the Philippines. So that was like also like a movie that and then Nightmare Before Christmas was also interesting because like
Jack Skeleton.
it's like a Christmas Halloween, the
Yes.
songs like,
It's my
this
daughter's
is
favorite too.
Halloween, this
It's
is Halloween. So it's like Halloween, Halloween,
Halloween.
so it's like,
Yeah.
so it's like, and then,
Every day.
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. And I think like also Casper with Devon Sawa and Christina Ricci.
Oh, that's a good
Oh,
one.
yeah.
Because I was a teenager
Kinda
when
keep
it
you
came
on.
out. And I also grew up with the Casper cartoon.
Yes.
Yes.
So I think like, because like I also like because like Jaws is really good. But technically Jaws is not Halloween,
Yes.
but it is like a good like Halloween kind of thing. And I feel like Hocus Pocus is also good because like, I mean technically it's like more than 5.
Yeah.
But I feel like those 5 is definitely like kind of like a good mix.
Yeah.
And also like the thing also is like Nightmare on Elm Street and all that stuff. I didn't know about this movie till I moved to the States.
Oh.
Because like I didn't really know, because like in the Philippines, it's also like the Dia de Muerto kind of thing in the Mexico
Right.
thing. That's how we celebrate because we also have Spanish influence. So we go to the cemetery, we celebrate, like we have like a picnic the whole day, we fly kites, we have like all of our family, because like we have a family plot. Like you go to like the cemetery and you have like a family plot. So all your families are buried in the same area. So that's when you see all your family. So you're there the whole day. And then like in your house, you light candles in front of your house to invite your
Loved ones.
loved ones in, to tell them that they're welcome back to their homes kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that's how we celebrate Halloween. I mean, now they also do trick or treating now because it's like worldwide thing now. It's more, that's
It's
what
kind of
everybody-
meshed together.
Yeah. So I never really knew about like Halloween, like Saw, or the Chainsaw Massacre till like I moved here.
Yeah.
So that's why, or Children of the Corn. So
Oh.
And that's what
Yeah.
I think of like when top Halloween movies. I think like what could be like the scary ones, the ones that are kind of like Halloween-ish.
yeah.
And I think the Texas Chainsaw Massacre does stand above them all because
Yeah.
I've never seen any kind of horror flick and felt inside like that movie made me feel. So I was like, wait a minute, what am I watching here? And then again in my 20s, I watched it again, same feeling inside. I'm like, I'm scared.
Done.
Like, yeah,
Because it's like so gory and like so realistic.
that could really happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like one of those things that are called like the snuck films or whatever. You know what I mean? Like it almost doesn't even look like a movie. It's
Right.
almost look like somebody was like filming somebody else's, like a documentary almost.
Yes,
Right.
correct.
So, but like it's definitely like it's because like I did see it like when I moved here, and it's just like, oh, this is a very interesting movie. So I'm just like, oh, but like I said, it's just like I wasn't like aware of them till like I moved to the States. So it's just like, oh, these movies are like,
Yeah.
yeah, So
Yeah, that movie was rough.
yeah, because the thing is like also like I like the big Halloween movies in Asia are like ghost paranormal movies, I refuse to watch those movies. I don't like them.
Those are weird.
Are they scary? They're scary.
Like Ju-on, that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm like totally scarred because like my cousins love them. Because like the thing that I love about American Halloween movies is they're kind of realistic. I mean, this is one of those things where like it's not like I can fight back. You know, I'm 4'11", 105 pounds. You know what I mean? Like it's not like I can really fight. You know what I mean?
Come on.
But you know what I mean? But the idea that like they're human, I'm human, but like how am I supposed to fight a ghost? They're dead already.
Right.
What am I gonna
We
do? I
don't stand
can't
a chance.
hack them with a saw. You know what I mean?
Right.
They're dead. You know what I mean? How can I kill something that they can reattach their head? You know what I mean? And like one of those, because like on those ghost movies, like you know when you're a kid and like you hide under the covers.
Yeah.
No, they kill you under the covers. So your things to like as a kid, you know what I mean,
Like
or like
go
you know
to.
they so like yeah, or like you know they don't get you like you know when the sun is out. No, they get you when the sun is out. So like the fears, you know what I mean, that like you know what I mean, like the things I would like think like oh I'm safe. No,
Oh,
they
like-
take it out. They take it. So you're like I'm not safe anywhere. I can
Yep.
die whenever,
So it's daylight.
whenever
It's daylight now. You think you're safe, and then all of a sudden,
you die.
you die.
Exactly. And that's why I'm just like, nope, I'm not. That's why, like, whenever my cousins are just like, do you want to watch this movie now? No,
No.
no, I'm not watching it with you because I don't trust you guys. Your movies are scary.
Yeah, I strayed away from a lot of scary movies because of the little ones too. We can't watch them. So
Like Nightmare on Elm Street, the first one.
yeah.
It scared me. You know, in your nightmares, you know, that's head. That's like messing with the psyche and all
That's
my,
like she said,
all my chi and stuff. You don't do that.
Well, it's also hard because like it attacks like the idea that like you can't fight back in your sleep. You
Yeah.
don't know when you're awake and when you're sleeping, right? So
Yeah.
it plays it messes with your head,
Yeah.
right? That
Yeah.
that whole idea.
Till the second movie came out and they killed him, and that was better.
Right.
I had to wait.
So, but I think that's why like it's kind of I think like that's why like I love Halloween. So when I moved here to the States, so I'm just like, so you're telling me you have a day where you get to like dress up, eat candy, buy candy. You know what I mean? Like
Giveaway.
Give
candy.
candy.
yeah, it's like giveaway candy.
Isn't that so much fun when they're so excited?
Costume
Yeah.
When
parties.
I purposely get big candy because I just love that face where it's like, and then you hear them go to their house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. They do.
Yeah. No, it's just like I love it. It's just like I remember our first Halloween here. They told us because like we lived in my uncle and my aunt's house, and they were like, oh, you know, because like I mean we see it in movies and TV, but it doesn't click. There's things that it's never gonna click till you moved here. Like my dad would explain to us because like we always ask my dad like how come like when they talk sometimes there's like air when they talk like when they breathe and he will tell us because it's too cold but we will never understand it because our weather is always in the hundreds.
Right.
Right,
It's never cold enough to be colder.
right.
How is he going to explain to us how it's going to get colder? It never gets cold, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things. So things doesn't click. So like when she's like, yeah, you can dress up and then we're gonna go trick or treating, and we're like, okay, sure, you know. So but like that first year, just like, oh, okay, sure, and then like it's just like, oh, this is fun.
Yeah.
You guys do this every year, and they're like, yeah. So it's just like I just love it. That's why like I'm literally just like a big kid. So like literally like this year, like September 1st came, like literally the day before, I already got like all my decorations, and then September 1st I already started like decorating my like outside of my house, and
Oh,
then
that's
now
so cool.
You get after it as soon as September starts.
yeah.
Nice.
So like, cause like my sister, so like in Filipino tradition, bear months, you can start decorating for Christmas. So BER months, which is Burr months, you can start decorating for Christmas. So she starts decorating for Christmas. I start decorating for Halloween.
Oh, that's for the last 4 months.
Yeah. So it's just like, but like we're not celebrating Christmas this year. We're going to Vegas, so I'm just like, I'm not gonna have to like decorate. But I'm like, but I get to decorate for Halloween.
There you go.
Yeah, do double up.
Yeah, but I'm having a Halloween party this year, so that's why like I'm starting
that's
to like,
nice.
it's like yeah,
Sounds fun.
yeah. So now we're gonna go talk about some drama.
Nice.
Halloween drama.
The devil made me.
The devil made me do it. That's the
I had to
best
say
one
it.
ever.
Yeah, so fun.
Can we use that as an excuse?
Yeah, it's just like,
Oh, I had to stretch.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh my goodness, so much fun. Halloween is just too much.
I know.
I love doing all the makeup and all the kids' faces, and
I like
because I
how,
work
like,
at my costumes, you know. I
I
really
like
do.
I like how like interesting people also, you know, I feel like dresses up their kids. They get like very, very. I feel like people are more
They get
into it.
creative, yeah.
You know, so it's like, so this person is like, am I the a-hole for ruining thousands of kids' Halloween and not feeling bad about it? So this is gonna be interesting. I live in a large neighborhood, about 90 houses, big ass neighborhood. We are what's considered the rich neighborhood. So our neighborhood has always been a hot spot for trick-or-treaters. We used to get about 700 to 1,000 kids. What do you guys love? I've always loved getting trick-or-treaters because my kids are teens now and don't trick-or-treat anymore. But in the last 4 years, it's gotten ridiculous. There's thousands of kids and there's parents flooding the streets. People with hay in their rings, carrying kids around, trampling yards, littering candy wrappers everywhere, and the amounts of small children walking around by themselves is appalling. People from the neighboring town of 30,000 people take their kids to my neighborhood. I was annoyed, but I never really did anything about it till 2 years ago. My daughter tripped and broke her arm. We didn't think it was a break, but we wanted to go to the ER anyway to get it checked out. And there were so many people in our neighborhood, we couldn't get out. There were cars everywhere, lining the streets, parked in people's yard. It was horrible. We had to wait until everyone left, about 1 a.m. to go to the hospital. My daughter had to wait in pain for hours. At that point, I was done. I contacted the neighborhood community and we managed to get some folks, cops mostly, to stand at the gate with a list and only let certain people, folks that live here, family members, friends. If you wanted to get in, you had to close to someone in the neighborhood. It was great. There were only about 300 kids in the neighborhood, and after there was barely any trash, and we're doing it again this year. I recently told my sister what I have done, and she got really angry. When we were kids, we had to trick or treat in other neighborhoods because we live in a trailer park with no other kids. She told me I was a horrible person for ruining thousands of kids' Halloween. But honestly, I'm not too broken up about it. It was a hazard. If there was a fire or an emergency, no one would be able to get in for help. When I was a kid, there was never any cars lining the streets. The residents could get out if they wanted. It was never dangerous. I don't think I'm in the wrong, but I've always respected my sister's opinion. Info. There was no one in the cars. They were parked in the middle of the road, in the yards, so there was no way for me or an ambulance to get through unless every driver in the neighborhood at the same time went to their cars in the same time and drove out. My daughter was 13 and in the awkward phase where she doesn't want to bother anyone for help and said it didn't hurt that bad. This is really interesting
Yes.
because I did live in New York where there is a certain area where there is technically like the rich neighborhood where a lot of the kids go. But also in New York, you don't drive. You take the subway or take the bus.
Yeah, or
so you don't
Uber or
really
whatever.
park. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can kind of see his take on it because you do need like, because if it is an event and there is a capacity,
Yes.
you know what I mean? You never want to, also if you have kids and there is a time where an emergency vehicle does have to go in and they can't get in, what are you going to do?
Right?
You know what I mean?
That's true.
It could be
If-
life and death situation.
Yes, especially if he says that there's a point where there's like 700 to 1,000 kids. That's a lot of children at one point. You know, And also, like, that's got to be a nuisance. Like, if you're living there, right, and people are parking in the middle of the road, you're trying to get in and out of your neighborhood, and you can't get in. Like, if I live in my neighborhood and I need to go to the store and I can't get in and out of the store and I live there, I will be annoyed. I mean, I get annoyed already because, like,
Just talking about it.
yeah, because, like, honestly, like, sometimes my next door neighbor, they have a lot of cars.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I get annoyed because, like, my husband likes backing, like, he backs up in the garage because he likes leaving that. I mean, I don't know why but he likes doing that. So he gets annoyed because, like, sometimes he can't do it because my neighbor would, like, park on our side.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have
And
that situation. That's why I'm smiling so big.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes, I understand
so
this.
it's one of those things where, like, it could, like, you know what I mean? It's annoying because, like, you live in that neighborhood. Because, like, the thing is just, like, you can argue both ways, right? It's for the kids.
Right.
Because it's Halloween, it's fun, it's for the kids. But it's also in a danger situation for the kids.
Right.
Something does happen. You know what I mean? It only takes, because the thing is, like, how many kids are you willing to sacrifice for that one time
Yep.
before you do something about it?
And also, I think they heard the mention of the trash, debris, that all that brings.
The trash and, like, people.
Just imagine waking up to all that all over your lawn. It's like, what?
I mean, I think they're dealing with it, but I understand her sister's side, the other side where the sister's at. When you have kids that don't have the money and they look forward to that day. It's like Christmas to them.
Yeah.
But safety is first. It's
Yeah.
just the safety thing that has to be first.
Yeah. I think they need to do is like you said, it's just like I think they need to, like, definitely funnel out people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But and I can understand both ways too.
Or walk them in. No cars allowed.
Yeah.
Things like that. Now that use those ways, and if those don't work, that's when you do the solid out you go. To me,
Yeah.
it's like walk them in. Let's see how that works, or pass out the rules.
Yeah, because I
I
think
don't
the
know.
main thing that'll crowd an event or something quickly are vehicles.
Yeah.
That's why parking will become a problem in cities and all that stuff.
It's dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially if, like,
They're
people
parking in the middle. You
if
said.
you're if you're parking in the middle of the road, it's always just like I hate, like, because the thing is, like, I already complain about it and I don't even drive.
I see.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm a little bit of a diva.
Yeah.
Like, I am, like I said, it's like I'm a bit spoiled. I don't really drive. People are just like, oh, you don't like driving. I like being driven to. I don't have to worry about other people. I don't have to worry about, like, are people gonna hit me? Am I gonna
You
hit
get dropped
them?
off at the front door.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I never have to have road rage because, like, I'm just comfortable listening to my radio, snacking, drinking my
You
drink.
don't have to.
It's my husband who's worrying about that guy that's swerving in front of him. Why would I be worrying about that kind of stuff? No, I like being driven around. So, it's just like, I think that's what it is. It's just like, it's always scary when there's, like, children, because you don't want to take the fun out of Halloween for the kids. Like you said, it's like for the kids that are, like, if it becomes a tradition,
Right.
kids are, like, coming there, and also, like I said, it's just like we don't have any kids, so, like, I love it when, like,
Yeah.
people come to our door and, like, little kids come and I'm just like, yeah, steal our candy, please come take our candy away. So it's just like I do love it when, like, kids come to our house, and I don't doubt that, like, people do like it when, like, kids come to their neighborhood, so
Yeah.
they get, like, a joy out of it. So, like, but you don't want to take it, but you also don't want it to be a nuisance that, like, your child can't go to the ER.
Right.
Oh yeah, no, that's
that's
not
horrible.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I've been that parent too.
Well,
Take-
you never know anybody going to the ER. Anybody need those services, like you said.
Yeah.
And-
Because, yeah.
I've been that parent too that takes the kids to, like, a better neighborhood, not exactly where we live, and that would be pretty horrible to not be able to get out. My kid had an emergency.
Yeah. Like, I can't even, like, imagine, because, like I said, it's like I can't even imagine, like, as a parent, also, like, you don't want to think of, like, the worst that could happen. But if there is, like, 700 kids and, like, the unimaginable happen, and all of a sudden you have to have an emergency,
Yep.
and you're in a neighborhood, you're trapped, no emergency vehicle can come. Like, it only takes one event.
Yes.
You know that don't the police go over there and start towing cars and ticketing the people that are parked right in the middle of the road?
That's what they were thinking, but like I think like they don't want to do that because they don't, because think about it, like those are parents also.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As parents, like I'm not even a parent. Like as a parent, you don't want to do that to a parent because like
No.
if those people are coming there because they don't even have the money, like they don't live in a nice neighborhood to get like trick or treaters, right? So they already don't live in a nice neighborhood. They're already like getting candy for their kids. They probably you don't want them to like have another payment. Nobody wants to get their card towed.
No.
Nobody
And
wants
towing
that.
fees are pretty steep.
Yeah.
Or put a boot on it or something.
Yeah. Oh,
Just
no.
don't
So-
put people's lives at risk.
Just imagine you come in your car, like, can't even drive
And
off
the
in it.
problem-
Leave a
Yeah.
little sticky note.
Yeah. And there's always that saying, it's like, as an individual, we're fairly smart people.
Yeah.
As a mob, we become dumb.
Oh, right. I've heard that before.
So
Yeah.
it's like because the thing is like one person parked there, another person's like, ooh, that person parked there, I can park there. And then that becomes 2, and then it becomes 3, and it becomes 4, and it becomes 5. And then everybody parks there. It's like, well, if everybody parks there, so that means we can park. Like, as a mob, we become dumb. As a person, like I said, it's like as an individual, we're fairly smart, but as we come together, it becomes like, why are we here?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So it's like, I think it. Like I said, it's just like we don't want to. Most of the time, we don't want to be mean to each other, and that's what
Right.
it is. Like he doesn't want to be. He didn't want to be the jerk, but he became a parent. Like he became a parent first, right? And at that moment, can you really blame him?
Yeah.
His kid was non-confrontational.
Right.
She was in pain. It was already 1 a.m, and he's finally like, "No, you're going to the hospital." So it's just like something has to happen.
Yes.
So
It's a situation, all right.
it's a situation thing, yeah. So, but what do you guys think? I mean, I don't think he was. I think it's just a situation. It's just really
I
hard.
think he was doing his best for his child.
Yeah.
And for future
Yeah.
references, I think.
I don't think anybody is. It's just a really hard situation altogether.
I think he just felt like somebody needed to take a little bit control of the whole situation because for him it felt like it was just too much. There was too much going on, and the neighbors agreed with him.
Yeah.
Right? That's what you're saying. They agreed with him, and it had to have been for it to work.
Yeah.
Where they cut or picked people, whatever. Yeah.
It's one of those things where like somebody has to do it, but nobody wants to do
Right,
it.
exactly. And it's awful when you're
no,
that
but
person.
like nobody wants to do that thing, but somebody has to do
Nobody
it.
wants to be the bearer
The
of
person
bad
that
news.
I'm the person that says no in my house all the time.
Yeah.
It's-
That
I'm
lady.
the bad guy.
Yeah, that lady.
Yes, I'm the Mad Hatter. I'm just kidding.
Well, you guys enjoy your Halloween, dress up or not dress up, eat as many candy as you want, or not eat any candy. Enjoy your Halloween, and this is our show, and we'll see you guys next week.